Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. Today guys, I'm going to compare the Tagry X08 and compare it to the Apple AirPods 4 with ANC. Alright, so of course one costs like $24. The other can cost up to $150 to almost $200. Alright, so let's compare them to see the difference and the value that you get. Alright, so I'm currently on the AirPods 4. I have a case, and on the Tagry's, there's no case. Alright, so of course you can get a case for the Tagry's as well. Now I'll not be removing my case, but of course both come in white. So I have the white version here for the Tagry X08, while I have as well the white version with a black skin for the Apple AirPods. Now of course if we were to look at the colors, you'll find that the Tagry's come in a more variety of colors. So you can actually get blue, you can get white, and a whole lot of other colors. But the AirPods themselves only comes in white. Now, if we were to open them up, you'll find that the Apple AirPods actually have a more satisfying lid closure. If you look at the Tagry's, they come with a LCD. The Apple AirPods has no LCD. There's only a LED light at the front here. Alright, so if we were to look at the back, we'll find that there's a metal hinge here. Well, you can see it's on the inside, but this is all plastic. Alright, next thing that you find about the Tagry's is that the Tagry's are wider. So if we were to compare them one-on-one, this one is just a smidge larger. So that's the Tagry's. Alright, also you'll find that they're both USB Type-C. Now both can be wirelessly charged, which is great. And of course, we talked about the value. This is $24 and this is $150 to $200. Now this comes with active noise cancelling. This does not have active noise cancelling. If you were to open them up to look at them in terms of size, you can actually see, sorry about that, you can see right away that the AirPods 4 is much smaller, the Tagry's are larger. Both of them are charging cases, meaning that they have the case with their own charge. And of course, both can be identified easily in terms of the right ear and the left ear. Both are marked. All right, so this case is bigger, this one is smaller. All right, so we're going to remove them from their case and then compare them. All right, so you can see both buds here. And in terms of size, you can see that the Tagry's actually have on some LEDs, so you can also tell when they're paired or when they're connected. You can find the charging tips right here. That's the charging point, and they're identified. You can see this is the left one, and of course this is the right for the AirPods. Now, of course, the Tagry's come with tips. The Tagry's come with tips, so of course for that perfect fit, you'll find that the Tagry's have tips. So of course, again, this one is white with silver accents, and of course there's a speaker grill here. But if we were to look at the AirPods, there's a black grill right here, and there's no LED. This one has touch control, which is the Tagry. This one has touch controls as well, in terms of you'll have to physically press. So there's no actual touch on this, so it's physical press, touch control. All right, on the AirPods as well, you'll notice that these points are 3 charging points. All right, also you'll notice the speaker grills here, and if we turn this one over, there's also a grill here. This one is very small, this one is very big. The AirPods actually have more opening points, 1, 2, and 3. This one has only 1, 2, plus there's this small hole opening here, which it could be called or identified as another opening point. All right, now of course that's it for the overall look, and as we showed that the Tagry's are larger. Now of course the AirPods are premium, and of course the Tagry's are a great value for money. So in terms of value for money and what you pay in terms of bang for your buck, the Tagry's would win. But of course in terms of premium quality and sound quality, the original AirPods with ANC would actually win out. In terms of bass, I would say at a glance that the AirPods has a solid bass, solid sound quality. The Tagry's have good sound quality and of course decent bass, but of course when compared to the AirPods 4, they get blown out of the water. But at the value of $24, you can't beat them. So what would happen is that you could have your AirPods 4 with ANC and have these as a backup pair that you can actually use as like beaters that you would actually more rough up, and of course you would use these in conditions that you would want to give your original AirPods a break. All right, so these are like $24, and of course for that value, as I said, they're hard to beat, so of course they're worth checking out. However, if it was that you could only choose one, I would go with the AirPods 4 with ANC. And of course, if you have an extra $24, it's still worth it to get these, especially if you need a backup pair of wireless earbuds. This one works fine with your iPhone and of course with Android. So overall, which one would win in terms of sound quality, value, and premiumness? I would definitely go with the AirPods 4 with ANC. The active noise cancelling, the detection of transparency mode in terms of when you're speaking to somebody, and of course the overall sound quality including the theater sound in terms of that like almost surround sound that you get where you can track your head movement, and all the other cool features such as automatically being detected with your Apple devices. So if I move from my iPod to my iPhone to my MacBook, it automatically connects and it just works as a part of the Apple ecosystem. So for what you pay, you actually get the value for the money in terms of premium quality and cool features, and they get a lot of updates as well in terms of features that you'll find. All right, so Apple support is always there. All right, so overall I say get this one with ANC, and of course if you can get both, but of course if you can only get one, I would say get the Apple AirPods 4. All right, so I'll end the guide here. And of course, I've never seen anybody really compare the both. So definitely two great devices, one value, one premium, one winner, which is the Apple AirPods 4. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.